Hey guys, just working on this Maygay board again here. It's been suggested that I've been given some bad advice and that my one more trick will not cause the board to boot, will not get your machine running, it will just get lost in the weeds and you'll be forever searching for faults that aren't there and missing faults that are there. Well, I did say in my videos that the one word trick will allow the board to talk bollocks to itself and let you probe about the lines, whatever your logical, but I did not say that it will get the board fully booting and running a machine. I mean, that's not the objective here. The objective here was to stop the board, not get the board booting up, but it was to stop the board locking up, so that you could use one of these to probe the pins at logic level and see what was happening, what was not happening, or use a logic pulsar or whatever. Yes, of course, it's not the proper way you would do it, but it's a handy way to do it when resources are limited. I mean, if you had thousands of pounds and you could get the ABI board masters and Hewlett Packard oscilloscopes and God knows, even Flip 9010A troubleshooter with a 6819 pod, such a thing exists, you could probably go around all the lines, test the ROM and RAM and find out the problem without even having to do this. But if, like me, you just have access to a kitchen table and a logic probe, that's probably a better way to do it. Anyways, I don't claim to be an expert on these things. I don't say I'm an expert. I'm not a repair god. I'm not a repair guru. I'm just a regular guy sitting here at his kitchen table, farting about, blowing shit up, and well, whatever. Anyways, I started doing some work to this Maygay board now, and you see the focus is a lot better today. It's a lot better today. Anyway, I need a pointer here. First thing I noticed right away when I was doing this, starting to look about this board, was that capacitor was missing, so I've already replaced that. Other thing I've noticed, and I don't know if you can see it, but this here, it looks like it got mega hot. And I have noticed a few times that when I've been probing around on the board, even before I've done this one wire trick, that underneath that is very hot. So maybe something not right there. Gal's absolutely fine, by the way. I've taken these two chips off here because they're obviously dead. They're obviously utterly screwed. You can see the remnants of the plugs there. I mean, they're pretty bad. They're pretty green. They're certainly not going to be usable in any game anytime soon. And I've got an MPU4 board down there that's got killer battery damage, and I mean killer. The board, the tracks are burnt through. Now I've taken off a socket, taken off a 6821 if I need it, and I've taken off a CPU to replace that one there. I've also downloaded myself a copy of the Maygay FTU test ROM, which if you're looking about for it on the Mac or whatever, it's FTU.bin, and that, what that'll do, I've checked, there's some guys put videos on YouTube on this already, is it will boot up, reset light will go off, all these will go off, and then you just get like a Knight Rider pattern. They'll flash in turn. It doesn't really do anything meaningful with the board, it doesn't test any outputs and any of the drivers, whatever, but it does test that that's running, this is running, obviously this is running, that's running, and this timing logic here is running, and that it can access the peripherals, which are getting me quite fascinated, to be honest with you, because we've got some really innovative methods on Maygay. I mean, I'll go through them in depth at a later date, but just get an idea. That there is an 8279. An 8279 is an old-fashioned Intel keyboard controller. They're using it to drive the rows and the lamps. They're using the scan line off that, and instead of it scanning the keyboard matrix, it's actually activating enables for the lamps. Quite an ingenious method. Now on the M1 board there's a second one of them. It's located around about there somewhere. On this has got an 805 one, which is doing the row addresses for the B lamps. It really gives the impression that Maygay wanted to use every single chip out of the cabinet, because they have it all here. They've got everything here. Anyways, while I've got the camera on at the minute, I want to document something. I'm about to start ripping stuff off here, so this is the underside of the board. This is U11, this is U6, and I just want to document this. That goes to, what pin is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pin 5 U11 is heading off to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pin 5 of U11 is heading off to pin 13 of U. Is that 31? Yes, of U31. Pin 13 of U31. I got that? Okay, I've got that right. Did I? Yeah, did I? No, sorry, I got that wrong. Pin 13 of U11 is heading off to pin 5 of U31. That's more like it. That's basically the enable line from that comes down to here. There's also a line of the processor that goes from A0 of the CPU to A0 game card. Now, another thing that makes me very, 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 very suspicious of this CPU. First of all, you can see it on the camera. Actually, that chip is warped. You can actually see it there. It's warped. It's been cooked. It's definitely been cooked. See if I can get a better focus on it here. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, you see it, especially around this edge here. That ain't straight. Now, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pin 8. When there's no game card in, pin 8 is floating. And every other line of that CPU, every other data and address line of that CPU is either high or low. Pin 8 is floating. Now cut that chip off, put the game card back in and fire that up again, and pin 8 is still low. I know this is alright. I know this is alright. I know this is alright. And I'm seeing a low signal here. So it's not U11 like I thought it was. I'm actually very suspicious if it is in fact the CPU. These need done anyway. These were trash. But yeah, we're going to have to change this CPU out. Pretty sure of it. Anyways, done a Farnell's order. If you ever get into this hobby, by the way, you need to have a parts supplier. eBay can be extortionate and you get what you pay for. If you're paying £1 for a CPU or £2 for RAM, claims to be new, sometimes it's not new, sometimes it's a refurb, sometimes some bugger has just taken emery paper and polished the pins to make them nice and shiny. And that's where you will be tearing your hair out unless you have somebody with an ABI Boardmaster, because you'll have your brand new chip in there, it won't run, and then he'll put it in his Boardmaster and say, oh, those pins are high, fail, whatever. But anyway, a big parts box arrived today. I got loads of stuff. Got soldering braid, new solder sucker. Just before I sign off the end of this video, I want to show you something a bit. It kind of took me aback. It's not that. Hold on. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Here on the 9th, that were in 2015. The finals aren't supposed to do any of the older stuff or whatever, and vintage RAM's getting hard to find. Okay. Will it focus? Yeah, well. That's a 6264 RAM, and it costs £4 from Farnell's, direct, new. Must be some PLC technology or something that's still using the RAM. I nearly jumped off my seat when I saw that. I've got other stuff as well. I've got all the sockets I need. So, well, we'll get cracking on with this. It is 1:30 in the morning, as usual. I do all my repairs at night. I'm a night shift worker. I'm a night owl. You can see the difference, by the way, because I'm working in the kitchen. Got decent light source in here. I can focus on very deep levels. This camera is actually fantastic for close-up work. Just a wee flyby past the board here. You've got to love the intricacy in Maygay. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. I'm going to replace some of these parts. I'm going to swear a lot and socket that CPU and replace it, and then we'll see how we go on.